in my judgment, there's almost nothing more important in the society than maintaining marriages.
I would still want a legal commitment, whether or not, we were living together or what have you.
Marriage on a trial basis, as far as I'm personally concerned, has no foundation in Scripture.
How many times have you been married?
To answer you quite frankly, 3 times.
Second Sunday, the NBC Radio News prize-winning documentary series takes a look at the dark side of love, the battered American marriage. Your narrator, Edwin Newman.
Recently in the New York Times, there was a poignant, revealing article written under the pseudonym of Albert Martin. After 20 years of what he thought was a reasonably happy marriage, 4 children, and a successful career as a public relations executive, Mr. Martin suddenly found himself fighting a divorce he didn't want from a wife he no longer understood. The world, Mr. Martin wrote, has changed in a way I seem unwilling to accept.
I'm left with a crumbled view of a marital world which doesn't have much popularity anymore. I feel that relationships aren't disposable, that you just don't throw them away after more than 2 decades, that married life and parenthood are a whole spectrum of being a good father, of being a decent, dedicated, loving husband, of recognizing above all that everyone has problems and that you work at them together for the happiness of all.
Martin says he cannot understand why, even today, he is not entitled to hold such views.
They're just saying that they are a little old-fashioned, a little quaint, a little square, and a little unreal in our present-day world, and that most of all, they aren't very relevant anymore to what's actually happening to me.
Perhaps the anonymous Mr. Martin is correct. Perhaps his views of love and marriage are not quite relevant in a